Welcome back to Sprague Homestead. So this morning on the live stream, I kind of told the story of how our tractor kind of broke yesterday. So today I'm going to go out and fix it, kind of show you all about that. I told you guys on the live stream, I'll show you kind of what the problem was in that. So the backstory of it is yesterday, I had to run to the garbage dump about once a month. We take up the cans. While I was gone, Nikki texted me and said the tractor died. So in the morning, I had filled it with some diesel, got it started, went out and put it into the barn. So she was going to clean out some stalls or clean out under her rabbit hutches. And, well, it wouldn't start again. Kind of made clicking like the battery died, which, we had just started it, so it didn't really make sense that the battery had died. So I had to do a little investigation, trying to figure out what was the problem. All right, so once I got out here and realized that the tractor wouldn't start, it was like the battery is dead, I started looking at the cables that went to the battery. What I ended up finding was that the positive cable off of what came with Mahindra is actually copper. So you can see a nice copper color here. And what it had done is actually corroded to the point that it broke. You can see kind of here the pieces were broken. I put a ratchet on this side here that was going to loosen it just to see if I could get it to break loose, and actually it broke in pieces, so then it definitely wouldn't work. Now, a lot of you guys probably do or don't know this, but you never want to put dissimilar metals, especially copper, to anything like lead or steel or anything else, because a lot of times what will happen is one of them will corrode real bad. So this is 5.5 years old, maybe 6 years old from the manufacturer, but this positive battery cable completely came apart because of corrosion. So what I'm going to do is take this I got from the local auto parts store. I'm going to take this apart and actually put the leads in here and use some washers to space this up so that these ends of the screws don't dig into the battery casing itself. But I will sandwich the leads that go onto the battery cable. There's 2 leads, so I'll put one on this side, one on this side, put this on the battery, tighten it down, and we should be back in business. So, bad design, it lasted this long. I can only imagine in a more humid environment this would fail a lot sooner, but you can look at all that corrosion. What we'll do is just replace this with this one that is zinc coated. Not going to corrode, definitely won't have a problem with the lead terminal on the post, the battery, and we should be up and running maybe in a few minutes. Let's get going. Alright, so here's what the top of the battery is going to look like. Now, what the connector was is that you could see there's 2 lines here and directly in the front, and then the big starter wire in the back. All those were connected to that one post on there. So what I've done is I've split those up, and then I've used a washer to basically add a little extra pressure to the starter wire. Now, this connector here, this zinc one that I got from AutoZone, is $5. And as much as it's going to work, and it's going to be fantastic, you lose the ability of the protector or the plastic piece there, or the connector. So you just got to be cautious of that. Just know that you're not protecting your battery connection again, and that's the dangerous one. That's the positive. But the battery cable itself, you cannot buy the connector from Mahindra or any dealer. You have to get the complete starter wire, and that is $97 and requires 2 weeks to ship. So this was an overnight fix for $5, and I won't have to worry about having anything fancy to be able to fix it. This should work. So everything's connected. Now I just need to get my driver up here and see if it's going to work or not. See if it starts.
It's on.
Just like that. $100 fix for $5. Store-bought materials. So now I need to go ahead and put the covers back on the side. Obviously drop down the hood and put the brush guard back. Tractor's good. So after seeing that, it doesn't seem that complicated, right? The cable was good. It was literally a connector, which I didn't know until I took it apart. And I was gonna have to take it apart anyway, so I just took it apart yesterday and then was like, oh my gosh, how simple of a fix. So take this away from that. A lot of times you can find a simple solution on the Homestead that is going to work for far less money and is far less complicated. That there, if I had to wait for a battery cable, I would have literally just had to take off that connector and swap it over, and it would have cost me literally for that piece right there, that copper piece, was $100 and 2 weeks to wait for it because nobody had one in stock. I might have found some in another state that would have had to ship, but again, it's shipping and you never know. Right now you don't know that you're not going to get it for 2 weeks. It's hard to say. So anyway, that right there is a simple fix. Something off the shelf, cost me $4.99 and we don't pay tax, so let's call it $5 to fix. Probably took me longer to film all this than actually fix it, but since I have a lot of washers and fun stuff here and tools, it was literally dragging it out, fixing it, tightening it down, and now the tractor is ready to roll, warming up, and Nikki can have it for the rest of the time. Simple fix, cheap, and it's a heck of a lot more functional than that fancy stuff that was designed in. So that's it. We'll see you next time for Sprague Homestead. Remember, simple, frugal homesteading.